Number 6 of Carulli's Opus 114 Preludes. This one is in the unusual key for the guitar of F. I'm going to play this with the capo on fret 2. I just slightly like the brighter sound, and it makes some of the slightly tricky chord shapes a little easier to play with the frets slightly closer together, but it's no big deal. You capo it higher up or no capo at all, it's all good. Again, it's an exercise in pattern picking. Let's take it a bar at a time. This is bar 1. It's out of a 4-string F chord, and we're going to pick this pattern, which will end up being the standard pattern for the whole piece. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, and I'm using thumb, index, middle, index, ring, index, middle, index with the right hand. And the bar then repeats that. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. That means that we're counting here and in every bar. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So that's going to be the pattern for every bar, and that will be the count for every bar. So all we need to do is look at the different chord shape that you use for each bar. And the second chord he uses is an unusual one, C7 over E. We're going to get this. So the chord shape you've got here is 4th string 2nd fret, 3rd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, 1st string 3rd fret. Now that's a difficult chord to jump into straight away. Here's what I do coming from F. I'm feeling this F chord shape. I've got this index finger lying down across the 2nd and 1st strings. If I raise up that finger, I've got the 2nd string at the 1st fret here. Now from there, I feel a D minor shape. Does that make sense? So a D minor, of course, would normally be on strings 1, 2, and 3, but I'm feeling that shape, which I'm so familiar in getting into, but coming from the 2nd fret. That's a very natural shape for me to get into. Now we've got most of the arpeggio. 4, 3, 2, 3. Only now do I need 1 at the 3rd fret. 3, 2, 3. So I'm delaying this finger a little bit. So I'm feeling D minor, and then a little, in just a moment, adding the 1st string 3rd fret. That makes it much easier for me to get into that chord shape. Once I'm in there, it's the same pattern we picked for the F chord. And once again, in passing, as with so many of these preludes, you can play this at any speed you like. I quite like it slightly brisker, but you can play it slower than that and it's still effective. Now we're at bar 3. And this is just a straight C chord. The only thing that changes is the bass note. Instead of the 4th string, it's the 5th string. The picking pattern is the same. And at bar 4, we go back to F and play as we did in bar 1. Bar 5 is an A7 chord. Now again, I'm getting into this chord using the shape I play out of habit, which is a 4-string bar of the 2nd fret and the 1st string at the 3rd fret. I don't actually need the 4th string, so it's just that's my habit for playing this voicing of an A7 chord. You can just get 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd string at the 2nd fret and the 1st string at the 3rd fret. It might be a bar, or you might even fret them. Whichever way you want to do it is absolutely fine. Once you're there, it's the same pattern, but the bass note is the 5th string. And at bar 6 we'll go to D minor. Playing the same pattern, bass note is the 4th string. At bar 7 we'll turn that into G7. Same pattern, but the bass note is the 6th string at the 3rd fret. So notice coming out of D minor, I left the index finger in place, took the other 2 fingers away, ring finger to the 6th string 3rd fret. Don't need the 5th string 2nd fret out of a G7, so I don't fret it. And at bar 8 we're back to a C chord, which we play the same way we did at bar 3. Bar 9 turns that into C7. C7 is the C chord plus the third string, third fret. Fifth string bass. By the way, just a little point about that C7 chord, slightly delay the third string finger going down, because you finished on the open third string, on the C bar at the end of bar 8. If you put that finger down immediately as you play the fifth string, you'll stop it from ringing. You have this 1/16th note beat, and then just put it down literally as you're about to pick it. That is the dominant chord that wants to resolve to an F chord, and indeed it does at bar 10. This is the same as bar 1 was. Now a tricky chord change at bar 11. G minor over B flat. You've got the fifth string at the first fret and the first and second strings at the third fret. Again, I slightly delay the two fingers going down. I get the fifth string first fret first. I have the time it takes me to pick 5 and 3 to get these two fingers down at the third fret. And to bar 12. For the first time, we've got two chords in one bar. The first one is F over C. We played our 4-string F chord before. Now you need to add to it the 5th string at the 3rd fret. And I've still got the 4th string 3rd fret out of habit, but you don't actually need that. We're going to play 5 as the bass note and then the standard picking pattern. Just once run the pattern, then go to a normal C chord, 5 bass note. Bar 13 to a normal F chord, standard pattern, just once. And then to D7, you know your D7 chord, pick the standard pattern, bass note is the 4th string. To G minor, I come out with the ring finger to the 4th string at the 5th fret, then you want a 3-string bar at the 3rd fret, top 3 strings. 4th string is your bass note. Once round the pattern, and then a slightly tricky chord change again to C7, once round the pattern. So let me put those two bars back together slowly, bars 13 and 14. At bar 15, 4-string F again. To our nasty little G minor over B flat, again same thing applies, get the 5th string first, then let these two fingers follow. F over C is going to go to C again the same way it did at bar 12. And that's serving to bring the music home. On a 4-string F chord, we'll finish with the standard pattern once. And then the 6th string at the 1st fret. Now I get the thumb to do that. No classical guitarist would ever do that, so if you like to be more authentic, finish on a barred F and play 4th string, 6th string to finish. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, those final two bars then from bar 15. Slowing down slightly on that final F chord, and that'll do it for number 6 of Carulli's Opus 114 Preludes.